Good morning. It's a bit of a cold day here in the UK, as you can tell. Nose is already red. It's just a typical winter's day here in the UK. But I've got something great fun to do. I'm going to be going over to the other side of London, to the XL Arena, to the London GP. I can't actually wait to do this. Thank you again for Channel Fireball for inviting me, and for those of you that can't come, take you along for the journey. So there was just a taste of the GP London experience, and as a whole for the entire time I did actually enjoy myself. There were definitely highlights for me of the actual event. So for example, on the Friday when we got there, met up with fellow UK MTG content creators, the likes of Total MTG, the Orcs Head Magic team, minus Jordan because he wasn't available on the Friday, Master of Magic's Digital Armour, Pleasant Kenobi, and it was just really nice to actually kind of talk to the people face to face, because we've been chatting for quite a while on Twitter, and it was actually just nice to actually meet everybody in the flesh, and we all got on great straight away, which was fantastic. Sorted ourselves out then for the spell slinging event, which was great fun, and you know, we set ourselves up, played against fellow subscribers and other people as well, playing some Pauper. That was good fun. Managed to get a turn 3 win with Is It Delver, which was pretty amusing, at least for myself anyway. But the good part was we just had the enjoyment of, you know, just playing against other people, talking about the channel and other bits and pieces of that, and actually meeting the subscribers and meeting you. So if you actually did manage to bump into me over the weekend, thank you for making that weekend extra special for me. I really did find that great. The next great part of all of that then became the treasure hunt, which actually was a big success. We were giving tokens out as we were playing at the spell slinging event. So the winner of the treasure hunt was Killian Twomey. At least I hope I've said your name correctly there, but yeah, you've walked away with an absolutely incredible prize, and that playmat is absolutely stunning, and it's just great to get people involved in the treasure hunt experience. And you know, if we again get to go to GP Birmingham, being invited again by Channel Fireball, hopefully fingers crossed, then we'll definitely do something similar again to try and get everybody involved. So the next great part for me was being interviewed by the Channel Fireball team. That was absolutely fantastic, and it was really great to be able to interact with other people and get a little bit more exposure for the channel, which was fantastic. I mean, everybody seemed to have answered one of the questions pretty much identically, but I'll let you see for yourself, if you haven't watched it already on Twitter, what those questions were.
What is the card you are most hoping to open in the main event tomorrow?
To be perfectly honest, Foil Ravenous Chupacabra. I would steal his if I could, purely down to the fact that it is the best cube card from the set by a country mile.
Sure, that's fine. I think we should start asking people what their favourite Chupacabra in the set is. Save a little time. Who is your favourite Magic the Gathering content creator?
That's a pretty tough question. I mean, I am literally standing in front of a load of UK content creators that I will actually really do enjoy watching.
Yeah, and you're also blocked off.
I can't run away. But to be perfectly honest, I would have to say the Professor, purely down to the fact that he's done so much help for me behind the scenes for my channel, giving me advice on how to work with YouTube, all the AdSense stuff, everything. So I'd have to say him. Not only does he create great content, but he is actually as nice a guy as it's my heart.
It's very sweet.
So another great part of the weekend was actually going to visit all of the traders. Now, I didn't manage to pick myself up anything great, but the positive thing I managed to do was sell off a load of cards to them. Now, whatever I ended up opening up on the channel, if it didn't make it into my cube, it kind of just got stored away in a folder, because I don't play constructive Magic, and it was just sitting there, kind of being a little bit of a waste, not really doing very much. So I managed to sell off all of those cards to the traders, and with the money that I managed to actually get out of that, I managed to pick up a new lens, which is what's being filmed with right now. Very excited about that. Plus, the nice little toy for me in the channel is getting this Zeon crane. I'm very excited to give this gimbal a try. It's going to be really nice to actually play with. So as you may have seen in the music video part of the video plus the intro there, obviously it was a bit shaky in the actual getting of the footage. So having this gimbal is just going to be so much fun to be able to really push the quality level of all of the B-roll shots I managed to get hold of from any of the bits and pieces that we actually do. So whether I end up going to another GP, getting hold of footage that way, or doing more video log stuff or anything along those lines, being able to get better stable footage is just going to improve the quality of the videos. Plus the lens that we've got there is so much better in low light as well, so it will mean that overall it's a sharper lens. It should be able to get better quality footage overall. So very, very excited about those purchases. But next time I definitely will end up managing to pick up a couple of things. So from the actual experience of the GP itself, once we actually got to the competitive side of things, which was the main event on the Saturday, to be perfectly honest, what I learned from that is I don't actually enjoy competitive Magic. It doesn't do anything for me. The way the game gets taken far too seriously, in my view anyway, and that's something that I don't enjoy. But you know, for everybody that does enjoy competitive Magic, fair play to you. I'm glad that you actually do enjoy that side of things. I just personally don't. I like playing Cube. I may be able to get a little bit more into competitive Magic once we get some Pauper content. I'm definitely very excited to try and give that a try. But I don't see myself really trying to compete and spending that much money or in the future on getting into these tournaments. I would rather turn up at a GP, get a load of content and footage like I was trying to do this weekend, and you get some card alters, which I really wish I did at the time, but I never actually managed to get anything along those lines, and really just take my cube to a GP and just, you know, play games with subscribers in a much more casual kind of way, because I think that would be far better in my eyes for myself to try and enjoy the GP, because I just felt that the competitive nature of it didn't suit me at all. In terms of what I would do next time if I turned up at a GP, for certain I'll end up being able to get hold of better footage. I'll plan out the day a lot better in terms of actually getting content. So with the new lens, the gimbal as well, plus some other bits and pieces and actual planning, I will end up trying to make a better video in terms of what's actually been going on for me at the GP. I'd also try to make sure that I'll actually get some games in with subscribers for sure. Try and get some actual content from them, so interacting a lot more, because I didn't feel I was able to that well, or at least I didn't really kind of try to, in the sense that I couldn't take my tripod with me and other bits and pieces like that. I just had too much with me. But next time I will end up bringing the tripod, bringing the gimbal, and really trying to make sure that I've got content coming from the GP, because that was the one part about it where I was getting all the B-roll footage and trying to get that kind of stuff was actually really enjoyable for me. I know for a fact next time, whoever the artists are, I will try and at least get a few signatures for the Pauper Cube for sure, and also I want to try and get a couple of alters done. Definitely of Porg. I need to get Porg onto a card somehow, because it's just a cool, amusing character from Star Wars. My partner really likes Porg, and it'd be really cool to have that onto a card, but it'd be really interesting to get some other bits and pieces like that. And I know from the whole experience from this GP, just getting some more collaborations with my fellow UK MTG content creators, and just content creators in general in Magic, wherever they are. I think that would be a really fun way to do more content on the channel, make things potentially a little bit more interesting, and just, you know, really kind of work together, because I think the whole camaraderie which we had going at that GP, where I was chatting to Matt from Total MTG, and it's almost like, you know, we'd known each other for ages, because we've been chatting on Twitter, and it felt like we were, and it's just kind of, you know, it was really great to actually talk to him and chat about loads of different things and try and sort something out. And I'd like to also do the same thing with other UK content creators as well, because it was just really good to have a base of channels and creators that, you know, aren't squabbling against each other, aren't trying to like fight against each other to be, you know, the best content creator in the UK or anything along those lines. They're just guys and girls that really do enjoy the game of Magic in their own ways and are just trying to make the best content they can for you. And that's something I really am proud to be a part of that group, because the content is just going to keep getting better and better with more things that we end up doing as well. So I was very, very glad to meet all of them. That's definitely one of the highlights of the entire weekend, along with meeting subscribers that I was been playing some games with them. That side of things was great, and I know next time I will try and get more games in with subscribers as well, because I felt that I probably could have done more in terms of interaction as well. But you know, we all learn different things. We all learn a lot of things from different experiences. I know competitive Magic is not for me, but like I said, I'll bring a cube with me next time. I'll try and organise little events to play against each other and all this other kind of stuff, and then you know, we'll see what happens at the next GP. But I know for sure what to expect next time, and overall it was, looking back at it, it was a great experience for meeting all of the people, because at the end of the day, Magic wouldn't be as good a game as it was and is without these people. I would just like to take this moment to thank my Patreons of the channel. I can't thank you enough for the help and support that you're giving me. If you'd like to do the same, head over to patreon.com/lifebegins@20, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, where there are plenty of rewards to choose from. With your support, we can really push to make this channel even better. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. With your support, we can really help this channel to grow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.